that has diminished our standing around the world. Remember what I said, don't just look at folks who talk the talk, ask who's walked the walk. In 2002, I stood in front of 3,000 people, Reverend, in Chicago, and I said this war is a bad idea, that it shouldn't be authorized. I did it when the war was popular. It's easier to talk about the war when it's unpopular. I talked about it when it was popular and said that this is the wrong course for America to take. And so we know what the challenges are, but ultimately what we also know is that despite all the talk, nothing's going to change unless we change our politics and unless we change what's happening in Washington. Unless we get over a small and a timid politics, a politics that's based on who's up and who's down, a politics that's based on slash and burn negative ads, instead of a politics that's bringing people together to actually solve problems. There is nothing that we can't accomplish if we're able to forge the kind of coalition that all of you are trying to forge. But we are not going to be able to do it if we run politics as usual. That is something that I'm absolutely convinced about. If you are waiting for somebody to get elected to the White House and save you, it will not happen. It is only going to happen because all of us, millions of voices, decide we are going to save ourselves, that we're going to pull together, that we're going to organize, that we're going to mobilize, that we're going to march, we're going to talk about these issues in a meaningful way. And so let's talk about what we can accomplish. On health care, we know what we need to do. We know that if we provide preventive care so that children like my daughter who have asthma are getting regular checkups each and every day instead of having to go to the emergency room, then we will save money and that child will be healthy. We know that if we give every single person who's got a chronic disease the kind of care that they need, so that if somebody's got diabetes, that they're getting the medications they need each and every week, then we're not going to have to pay for the $30,000 foot amputation. We will save money. Those people will be better off. We can take that money and we can create a system in which every single American has affordable health care in this country. That is something that we have had enough talk about. Every 4 years somebody talks about universal health care and nothing happens. And the reason nothing happens is because the insurance companies and the drug companies are writing the health care bills, and that is why all of us here have to get organized and mobilized to make sure that by the end of the next president's first term, by the end of my first term, we have universal health care right here